Hello and welcome to part 1 of Parasite Eve. This is the first game. I'm up-rendering it with ePSXe, and I'm gonna just give this a moment so that we can see the title opening before we play the game. Let me also configure some volume stuff too. That looks pretty good. A little less loud, I think. There we go. That looks a little better. The music in this game is just so good. Oh my gosh. There are just too many spoilers in this opening. The worst foe lies within the self, apparently. Oh my goodness. This game is called Parasite Eve. Who would have thought? Seems crazy to me. Wow. I could not sleep, so I've been doing too many video games lately. Ugh. I don't want to work. But, sadly, this is the fate that befalls me. Alrighty. Tragically, I wasn't born a jillionaire, so, you know, that would be tough titties. Oh, geez. I think I just screwed this up. Bear with me a sec here. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll just have to reset it. But we'll figure it out. There we go. Too bad that start button doesn't do anything. Come on, game. You can do it. There we go. I can't load clear data? Oh boy. I might have to restart this, because that's awkward. Maybe I just have to do it as a new game? Oh, there we go. Okay. I haven't played this in a while, so I'm apparently completely stupid. Apologies. There we go. I really hope they remake this. That would be epic. I was gonna replay the same opening thing. Get it just a touch lower. I don't have to worry about the voice acting in this, so I'll be voicing the whole thing. 1998, wow. How old was I back then? I don't even know. That's 22 years ago. It's crazy. I think I was 12 when this game came out. Pretty sure I got it the same year or the year after it came out. Looks a hell of a lot worse without the auto up-rendering on. But we won't be showing that here. I'm sure there's plenty of videos on YouTube that'll do that for us. This guy looks like a tool bag. At least she doesn't look like a lesbian in this game. I swear, the graphics in this game are slightly better than the second game. The man says, "What's wrong? You're the one who wanted to come to the opera." What is going on? Did it freeze? It doesn't usually freeze. Let's try. Alright. Anyways, sorry about the bugs. We're getting it worked out eventually. Name, Aya Brea. Age 25. Occupation, New York Police Department officer. No need to change your name. Aya says, "I don't know. You're right. I'll try to have more fun." The man says, "Aren't you glad you decided to go out with me? I even had my dad get the best seats for us tonight. So lighten up. We're gonna have a great time. You'll see." Wow. The man says, "Come on, we better go inside." The doorman says, "Please take your seats. The show's about to start." Fancy. That doorman says, "Enjoy the show." That's kind of what I would expect a doorman to say. I should have been a doorman. Fucking let me in. Doorman. I don't think I could stand outside in New York City all day. That's gotta be rough. My face would look awful. It'd just be cracked. Because I'm 34. I'll be 35 in October. The prince says, "Father, please give me permission to marry Ava." The king says, "I forbid it. You know well what will happen if you do. Those who succumb to her beauty all die in horrible ways." The prince says, "You don't understand. She is the one that has suffered after the deaths." The king says, "She is evil. Guard, grab her, and burn her at the stake." They certainly don't do that anymore, at least not that I've seen. Seems terrible. The prince says, "Father, if you are sentencing her to death, then I ask you to take my life along with hers." Ava says, "Edward." Oh yeah, look at that polygon face. That is Tits McGee right there. That is a super cool power. Just have all the mitochondria go out of control and melt people. That is no bueno. I don't need that happening to me. I think I'd rather freeze to death than get lit on fire. Move, bitch! It makes sense that there's that many flamers at the opera. LOL. I'm gay, so I can make that joke. If you don't like it, you can take it up with the board of appropriate homosexual jokes, for which I am the chair. I will then revoke your complaint and tell you to fuck off. Aya exclaims twice, whatever the fuck that means. The man says, Jesus, I don't wanna. Oh my god. Aya says, go, get out of here now. Fuck yeah, beat his ass. Where the hell is she hiding that gun? I don't see like an ankle. I don't know. It was hidden in her coochie. That's where I keep my gun. All the way up my coochie. I don't actually have a coochie. More like a mangina. I'm sure this is what people wanted to hear when they tuned into Parasite Eve. Terrible gay jokes and all other kinds of bullshit. Aya says, freeze, NYPD. The actress says, you're the only one who seems to be fine. Aya says, what? The actress says, you should be awakening soon. Aya says, what are you talking about? The actress says, listen, your cells are trying to communicate. They're calling out. Shoot this motherfucker. Shoot her in the face. The actress laughs. Apparently bullets make her feel tickled. Aya says, what's happening? My body, it's getting hot. The actress says, just as I thought. Aya says, what is this? What did you do to me? No, she's gonna shoot titty lasers at me. I don't like it. No. Shoot those at someone else, bitch. Ah. Fucking point blank range, and she's just like, my tits are a bulletproof chest, bitch. Fucking shoot her in the face. Make it count. Damn. The actress says, our bodies are communicating with each other. Aya says, what? Communicating? What do you want? The actress says, the more you use that power, the more you will become like me. Aya says, power? What power? Who are you? Actress says, I'm Eve. Aya says, Eve? Eve says, I'm surprised you don't know me, Aya. You should know me well. Aya says, what? And the screen turns blindingly white, thusly destroying my retinas. Now I can't read anymore. Sorry, bros. And ladies. And undecided. Aya says, what is this? Sorry, my allergies are fucking with my shit today. Aya says, what was that? Eve laughs, and then floats away. Aya says, wait, where are you going? I'm not through with you yet. And then takes off all her clothes and gets naked. No, she doesn't. I lied. Could you imagine that pixelated mess? Open this shit up, god damn it. I found a medicine. I do not want to drop an item there. Let's equip our better weapon. And what else do we got here? Let's use some bonus points. I'm probably going to want that to be slightly higher. And let's go ahead and make this weapon stronger. And let's get the fuck down this hole. Aya says, I know she's down there. Aya says, sounds like my backup's arrived. We are gonna jump down. There's Maya. Aya says, are you alone? It's dangerous here. You should go. The weird little girl laughs at me and then teleports away. Aya says, that girl. It couldn't be. Yeah, look at that shit. Look at them titties. Nobody's gay enough to not want to look at Ayabrea's titties. Open the fucking door. Is it locked? I don't know. Guess we'll try this room instead. It's locked? What the fuck is this shit? Alright, whatever. That shit's locked too. Cocked, locked, ready to rock. 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 Oh yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I saw a mouse with some STDs. It started changing into whatever this is. Oh my. It's thirsty for the blood of the innocent. That happened to me once back in the 80s. Thankfully, there's this thing called vaccines. My jokes are not funny. I should be shot. Anyways, let's kill this little asshole. Ah, look how fast it is. Well, we shot that thing, and it's dead. Aya says, Jesus, did Eve do that to the rat? What is going on here? Looks like we can enter one of these rooms. How fabulous. Can't we, like, examine the corpse? I think there's, like, some of these lockers you can open and get stuff out of. Ooh, a medicine. What else do we got, Meower? I think the game re-equipped my other weapon. It's kind of weird. Oh my, that person's alive. They're twitching. Let me finish raiding this place first. Aya says, you're still alive. Hold on, let me call the paramedics. The actress says, Melissa. She's a monster. Aya says, don't try to talk now. Melissa? You mean the main actress? The person who's dying on the floor says she probably got to Suzanne too. You'll have to stop her. Aya says, no, please, wake up. Hang in there. The actress has nothing left to say, for she is the charred remains of a corpse. Wompity womp. Maybe they just don't like that ice that I have on there. Or they do like it, and that's why they're not being harmed as much. I don't know. We'll find out. The man says, ah, here, take it. Take everything. It's all on the counter. Aya says, don't scare me. I'm with the NYPD. The man says, you're the one that scared me, lady. I was just getting ready. You know, only staff are allowed in here. Aya says, there was an incident here. You'll have to evacuate. The man says, what? You're kidding, right? Hey, I'm not dying here tonight. See ya. Well, good job, Aya. Send the clown to his death. One of the biomutagen rats got him, probably. Why would those lockers open and these ones, like, they're having a rough time? Yay, free ammo. Mommy wants free shit. I can be a mommy when I play a girl, or a daddy when I play a boy. That shit's locked, bro. That shit's locked too. My goodness. This one isn't locked. Yay. Oh my. We found a medicine. And a parrot, apparently. The parrot says, hot, hot, help, help. Thusly mimicking, I guess, the burned person over there. That's not funny, parrot. Ah! Aya says I'd better notify the department about what's happened here. Will I save my progress? I suppose we can. Do. I could swear there was like a key in here, but maybe I'm wrong. Aya says, what's this key? We got the theater key. Well, that's enough of that. That's apparently locked. Can't remember which rooms I've even been into. Merry Christmas. Goodbye, says the parrot. Oh, it's gonna turn into an evil motherfucker. Fabulous. Let's shoot it in the fucking face. You like that, Mr. Parrot? I leveled up, apparently. Anyways. Fucking evil-ass parrots and shit. It's just what I need. My date's a pussy. My fucking parrots are trying to fucking kill me and shit. Let's just where that clown guy was, I guess. Oh my. I've been attacked. Anyways. I think this one was locked, maybe. I don't even remember. Let's put it on speedy mode, because that's getting kind of annoying. Really? Alrighty. We have unlocked a door. How fancy are we? Oh my. Anyways, I like that rats just have like handgun ammo on them. No big deal. We found some more ammo. Is this like an item? It looks like a potion from Final Fantasy VII. I guess not. It's that clown from the dressing room. Well, that's not good. Mr. Clown got Mr. Murdered. I could swear you can... yeah. That's odd. This wall looks like it's about to crumble. We found the End Protector. Which, I don't know what that stands for. We got a defense +1, which, why not just use that? Alrighty. Oh, okay, I missed a door. We found some ammo in the closet. That seems practical for just guns to be hiding all over the place and ammo. Aya says a diary. November 3rd, Monday, the Christmas show is set. This has been my dream. The main actress has a solo concert at the theater in Central Park. I took all that medication to get here. I have to get the lead part. I'll even sell my soul to the devil if I have to. November 17th, Monday. The cast was announced and Suzanne and I are double cast. I want to play the part alone, but everyone knows she's good. November 21, Friday. I think I'm overdoing it. My body is getting hotter than ever for some reason. I'd better take more medicine. December 6th, Saturday. I collapsed today. I lost consciousness after my body got hot. I don't care if I die, I just want to get through this show. December 10, Wednesday. I passed out again. They told me to go to the doctor and get some rest. If this continues, Suzanne will definitely take my part. I need to get better. I'd better take a lot of medication tonight. December 11th, Thursday. Suzanne was burned in an apartment fire. Is it because I wanted the part so bad? God forgive me. December 17, Wednesday. It looks like I'll be the lead. I'd better take more medication and work it. December 23rd, Tuesday. Opening night. Everything went smoothly. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. We should have the biggest crowd of the season. And I have the solo concert the next day at the park. But I'm not feeling well. I'd better shape up if I want to get through this. I'd better take more medication. Aya says, for what? Why is she taking so much? She must have a drug problem. Another key? We got the rehearsal key. How fancy. Look how fancy we are. With our keys and our dress. We unlocked a door. We are very multi-talented. We have some bonus points. Might as well throw it in here. Melissa says, I'm Melissa. No, I am Eve. Melissa says, I'm getting hot. Nucleic domination has finally come to an end once and for all. Aya says, what? Oh my, it looks evil. I should shoot it in the face. Eve says, once again, the day for the mitochondria to be free has finally arrived. She fucking clawed me. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. Eve says, looks like you still need some time, girl. Until your mitochondria is completely free. Aya says, mitochondria? What are you saying? I don't understand you. Aya says, what? Where is this? Was that the little girl I saw? No, it's... Aya says, that doctor. Wait. Aya says, mitochondria to be free. Wow, that is some slow walking. We have leveled up and we learned to scan. How fancy. Yeah, I guess you can't really run properly on those heels. Aya says, let's see, there are iron rings on the side. I can use them to climb out. Aya says, wait, I'm a cop. I'm with the NYPD. The cop says, what? Aya says, hold on, I'm gonna take out my badge. Don't shoot. A paramedic says, I wonder if that's what that thing called, spontaneous combustion? Who knows, huh? You think we'll be on TV? Hope this becomes a TV movie or something. Let me patch you up. And he just says the same thing. The cop says, hey, why don't you have any injuries? Aya says, don't ask me, that's something I want to know. The cop says, everyone's gotten burned, a lot of them. Probably won't make it. The cop says, hey, I've got the same gun. I've got bullets for that if you want. Apparently he will give me lots of bullets. He says, sorry, but I'm out, and I can't give you the ones I have in my gun. Am I supposed to, like... I didn't realize there was, like, anything else I could explore down here. Oh well, I'll have to just figure it out. Well, she says I know she's down there. So I must be missing something. Ugh, dead clown on my foot. Gross. Oh, okay. Where'd she go? Let's jump in. We just jumped into a sewer. Pretty lady shouldn't have to deal with this kind of bullshit. Oh. Oh, it's Mr. Froggy. We have leveled up again. We are fancy indeed. Oh my goodness. We found a gun. Aya says, you're the little girl I saw at the theater. Are you lost? Aya says, wait, little girl, don't go. I want this box. No, I don't want to go in there. Give me the box. There we go. We got a medicine. Looks like there's another box hidden kind of back here somewhere. We got another medicine. We got an offense +1. Even with the turbo mode on, this walking is just slow. Let's use this up. I could have swore there was an offense +1 somewhere. There we go. I think I got all the items. Who knows? I think this is the only other way to go is this way. It's froggy time. Oh. I know when I get attacked by mutant frogs, I sexually groan. I'm like, oh. Alrighty. There's a switch here with a phone apparently on it somehow. Let's just make sure, yep. Those are working just fine. Aya says Eve. Aya says, hold it right there. My body's getting hot again. Eve laughs and says, Aya's ready to take me on just by herself. Well, even if you did have more people with you, they'd just burn, right? Eve says, everyone else but you. You are, and trails off. Aya says, tell me, Eve, why? Why me? Why am I the only one? Eve says, you'll find out eventually. Even if you don't understand, don't worry, your mitochondria will. They've always known. I'm going to give you some time to think and some time to evolve, and the day shall arrive when you will awaken. Ew, she turned into goo. And then left behind some hot mess, I guess. Oh, a satanic alligator. How delightful. Wow. Ooh, it has electro fangs. That's a fancy gator. There are 2 targets, apparently. Oh, apparently that does a buttload of nothing. Ooh, it's upset with me now. Goodbye, Gator. We have evolved to learn slow, apparently. Aya says, when I will awaken, just tell me what you want, Eve. That's phrased kind of awkwardly. The reporter says we're live in front of Carnegie Hall, which has become a scene of complete chaos. The reporter says, Miss, you are the sole survivor of this horrible ordeal, correct? Aya just trails off. The reporter says, until now this combustion theory has been acknowledged only by occult enthusiasts. Aya says, please just leave me alone. The reporter says this incident happened to take place on Christmas Eve of all nights. I would like to represent the citizens of the city and interview you exclusively. That seems appropriate. The reporter says, are you crazy? Jim, did you get that on tape? The man says, scram, buddy. Aya says, Daniel. Daniel says, sorry I'm late, Aya. Daniel says, Aya, are you okay? That was really something that happened back there. Aya says, yes. Oh, but my date. Daniel says, heard from a cop that your boyfriend ran out of there like a wuss. Ha ha. Sorry your date didn't go well. Aya says, it's not like that. I had him escort me because he kept pestering me for a date. Daniel says, yeah, but of all places, the opera? That's a story. So why the opera, huh? Is that the in thing right now? Aya says, just saw the ad in the paper. Kinda caught my eye. Daniel says, don't tell me you were there on the case. So you finally got some cop instinct in you, huh? Aya says, instinct? Daniel, shouldn't you be with your son? It's Christmas Eve. Daniel says he knows his dad's a cop. My boy understands. Anyway, to change the subject, I heard things from people who were there. But this is one hell of an incident, huh? Aya says, mitochondria, symbiosis. When was I in the hospital? Daniel says, hey Aya, you asleep? Oh well, I don't blame you after what you've gone through tonight. Meow. It all started with this incident. 6 days that were to become a nightmare for all. People will eventually forget and go on with their lives. But I will never forget it. It was pure terror. It was pure terror, but it was also 6 days filled with familiar memories. Day 2, Fusion. We got some bonus points. Yoinkity. Daniel says, hey, you okay? You ought to be resting. Aya says, wish I could, but I'm the only one who knows what happened last night. Daniel says, I've been gathering some information on Melissa. She's got no relatives and no close friends. She was sick. Often, always on some kind of medication. The people at the opera said they were amazed she could even stand on the stage. Her apartment burnt down right after the incident, so we have no info on her medication. Nick says, so what's this spontaneous combustion stuff all about? Aya says, it wasn't exactly spontaneous. People were actually set on fire. Warner says, oh come on, what, like one of those ESP things? Aya says, that's the best way to describe it for now. Warner says, ESP, huh? Well, I'm not buying it. Nick says, but if you're right, how are we supposed to deal with something like that? Daniel says, I believe her. After all, Aya's the only witness so far. But if you're going to take on a suspect like that, you'd better ask Baker for a better sidearm. Baker says, I read your report. Still hard to believe, but we can't deny all those deaths. We're gonna go all out to solve this case. Make sure you're well equipped. Go down to the weapons department and give this permit to Torres. He'll help you out. We got a modification permit. Baker says, come back later. Nick says, but if you're right, how are we supposed to deal with something like that? Warner says the same thing. Yeah, nothing new here. I think there's a box somewhere around here. Maybe I'm wrong. Looks like there's a portrait of Melissa over here. Interesting. Actually, I think this is locked and you can maybe get the key later. I don't remember. We got a cure P. Whatever. Kathy says, the weapons department. You didn't hit your head last night, did you? It's right downstairs. Yeah, I think you're not really needing to explore until later in the game, the police department. If memory serves correctly. Let's see here. Ammo. Oh my. Wayne says, hey there, good looking. Aya says, cut the crap, Wayne. Where's Torres? Wayne says, that baldy? Who knows? So what'll it be? Shotgun? Rocket launcher? Torres says, Wayne. Wayne says, yes, sir. Torres says, idiots like you are the reason why guns won't disappear from this country. Get your ass back to weapons storage. You're far from ready to be handling guns in here. Wayne says, okay. Sheesh. Aya says, Torres, I need some equipment. Torres says, for last night's case, heard it was quite a mess. But as long as cops rely on guns, criminals will too. It's a vicious cycle. I hate to hand a weapon to a young cop like you, but I hear this isn't your ordinary crook. Guess I can't send you off empty-handed. Say, you can't carry any more equipment. Wayne, take some of her things and put them in storage. Wayne says, yeah. Torres says, you have something to say, officer? Wayne says, no, sir. So you want to leave something here? Let's leave a bunch of stuff. I'm never going to need that, let's be real. Oh, I think you always have to have one. I'll actually mess with that stuff later. Torres says, here, this is the most powerful gun I can allow you to have. We got the M16A1. Torres says, Captain Baker already notified me. Show me your modification permit again. Which gun? I don't necessarily know that I care too much about modding anything at this point. Torres says, come back with a modification permit if you need to tune up your equipment. Wayne says, don't tell Torres, but you can use your tool to tune up your guns. You can rearrange equipment parameters and add effects to tweak your equipment. I can show you some cool tune-up techniques. Yeah. We don't need that tutorial. Wayne says, you got it? Trust me, you can never have too much firepower. Of course, can't use them without bullets, so better make sure you always have your club, just in case. Wayne says, now, why don't you leave the stuff you don't need with me? Alrighty, let's... That's good enough for now. Aya says, hey there, you lost. The boy says, Daniel says, Ben. Ben says, Daddy. Aya says, so this is Ben. Daniel says, Ben, this is Aya. Now what are you doing here? Ben says, here. Daniel says, tickets. Oh yeah, the concert. Sorry, son, Daddy's really busy today. I promise I'll make up for it. Ben says fine and leaves in a hurry. Daniel says, Ben? Rude. Daniel says, guess every kid needs a mother. Aya says, that's not true. I was raised by my father too after my mother died. I'll always be grateful for him. Daniel says, yeah, well, his mother's still alive. Oh my. Kathy says, you met Daniel's son, Ben. Daniel divorced his wife last year. This was before you were assigned here. He kept saying every boy needs a father, so he fought for Ben's custody with Lorraine, his ex-wife. Well, he won, but being a cop, I doubt if he has time to spend with him. Oh yeah, Captain Baker was looking for you. Aya says, sir. You were looking for me? Baker says, yes. We're having a press conference now and I want you there too. Aya says, me? Baker says, that's right. You'll be on national television as the sole survivor of that incident. Aya says, I see. Baker says, but you only answer when I ask you. The media is just looking for anything to grill us about. They may even turn you into a suspect. So you let me do the talking. Understood? Aya says, yes, sir. Baker says, okay then, let's go meet the press. The reporter says, so you are saying this could be the work of a terrorist? Baker says, that is what we currently speculate. The reporter says, how about accounts of officers and firemen at the scene bursting into flames? Aya says that was. Baker cuts her off and says that was due to a rare, highly flammable chemical which was used to start the fire. The reporter says, another question. Then how did Detective Brea survive without so much as a minor burn? Baker says that is a result of her quick thinking and training as an officer. The reporter says, I'm asking her the question. Baker says she, and trails off. Aya says, she said that my mitochondria were a mutation. Baker says, Aya? The reporter says, your mitochondria? Who said this? Aya says, Melissa. No, she said her name was Eve. The reporter says, but according to a report, Melissa Pierce was killed in the fire. Aya says, Melissa did die. Her body had been taken over by this Eve. The reporter says, what's this Eve? Some kind of alien? Baker says, people please, she's very tired and we are still investigating. That will be all for today. Baker says, Aya, I thought I told you not to say anything. Aya says, I'm telling the truth, sir. Baker says, that is not the point. Who's going to believe you? You'll only stir up the media and cause people to panic. Daniel says, sir, she was only, and trails off. Baker says, Baker here? Who? What? What does he want? Well, put him through then. This is Captain Baker. What? Meet? You'll have to speak up. Yes. Alright. Baker says, some Japanese scientist, I think. Couldn't understand his English too well. He was raving about some mito something. Says he's coming over here. Daniel says, mito? Aya says, is it mitochondria? Nick says, you mean that thing in the cell that makes energy from oxygen? Daniel says, might have heard about that in school. Aya says, that's what Eve had said. That it's time for the mitochondria to be set free. Nick says, hey, I just read that some researcher at the museum wrote a new theory on them. Daniel says, sir, I'm taking Aya to go talk to this researcher. Baker says, go. Better get there before the media. I may explain that phone call, too. It may explain that phone call. Anyways, Daniel says, yes, sir. Come on, Aya. Daniel says, I'll bring the car around. Meet me at the front. Oh my. Shall I go to the Chrysler building and get my ass killed? Yeah, I think we're going to the museum right now. Daniel says, we're going to the Museum of Natural History. Dr. Hans Clamp will be there. Aya says, Dr. Clamp? What's his area of research? Daniel says, well, according to the papers, he's working on a new theory. Mitochondria something, but it seems to cover the whole genetic spectrum. Aya says, that's odd, to have a PhD and be working in a museum. Daniel says, well, he's pretty antisocial and doesn't like to waste time outside research. Aya says, oh great, we're gonna have a grand time with this one. Daniel says, yeah, I know where you're going with this. Just be careful this time, okay? Aya says, are you referring to the press conference? Daniel says, yeah. Aya says, Daniel, why do you kiss the chief's butt? You two joined the force at the same time, didn't you? Daniel says, yeah, but that was years ago. Now he's my boss. Whew. Daniel says, it's been a while since I visited the museum. Dinosaur exhibit. Loved these things when I was a kid. Looks like it's closed. Well, let's see what that security guard can do for us. Daniel says, hey there, how you doing? The guard says, doing okay, pretty cold. How about yourself? Daniel says, we're with the NYPD. We're looking for a Dr. Clamp. He works here, doesn't he? The guard says, sure does. As a matter of fact, he's up there in his room right now. The guard says, did he do something? Daniel says, nah, we're just gonna talk to him, that's all. Aya says, thank you, it shouldn't take long. Daniel says, place is pretty creepy without any people. The guard says, you'll find him in the research lab on the second floor. The guard says, he's been pretty busy for the past few weeks, doesn't come out ever. Daniel says, thanks. Aya says, gee, Daniel, you sure you don't want to run down here and do it yourself? The guard says, notebook's on the counter, thanks. I guess he's asking us to sign in. I accidentally skipped some speech. Aya says, just my name. The guard says, yep, that should be enough unless you want to leave your number too. The guard says, just hope this place doesn't explode or anything one of these days, you know? Why would that be a concern? Weird. Daniel says, hey, Aya. Over here. Daniel says, hey, it's open. Let's check it out. Daniel says, excuse me, hello, hey, Dr. Clamp. Daniel says, Dr. Clamp. Clamp says, I hear ya. Aya says, we're with the NYPD. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Aya says, Professor, we're looking for clues concerning the incident which occurred. Clamp says, are you accusing me? Aya says, what? This again? What is this? It's doom. It's the doom. Aya says, this man. I know him, I think. Daniel says, "What's wrong? Are you okay, Aya?" Aya says, "Yeah." Daniel says, "We'd like to ask you about the mitochondria research you've been doing." Clamp says, "NYPD, huh? Why are you interested in my work?" Aya says, "The suspect mentioned that the mitochondria would be set free. Now do you..." And then Daniel cuts her off and says, "That suspect ignited people without laying a finger on them. Then it transformed into some kind of creature and ran off." Aya says, "Since she mentioned mitochondria, we were hoping you could supply us with some information." Clamp says, "Ha, you two have absolutely no idea what the true mitochondria is like. Do you?" "The mitochondria possesses its own unique genetic code." Aya says, "Its own? Are you saying it's a separate organism?" Clamp says, "Precisely." Daniel says, "Kinda like a parasite or something?" Clamp says, "Parasite? That's an interesting way of describing this most fascinating creature. We cannot live without mitochondria, do you understand? Mitochondria creates energy for us. Without it, we're nothing. We are here because the mitochondria allows us to be here. Our brain, for example, functions due to the interaction between axons and dendrites. This interaction is possible due to the energy the mitochondria provides. Did you know the mitochondria is capable of discharging 200,000 volts of electricity? This not only pertains to electrical discharge, but also applies to heat energy as well." Aya says, "Heat?" Daniel says, "Then the combustions from last night were..." Clamp says, "For a human to burn and melt, 1600 degrees of heat must be generated. There are several hundred mitochondria present within a single cell. If all the mitochondria in the body began functioning at the same time, a tremendous amount of energy would be generated and released. Melting a human into a puddle of fluid would be a simple task with so much energy." Aya says, "So you're saying that the mitochondria ignited these people?" Daniel says, "Professor, you may be right in that we need the mitochondria to live, but in the end, we're just using them for energy, right?" Clamp laughs and says, "You have no idea. The mitochondria has control over an organism's growth. Take this hand, for example. Before we're born, this hand is merely a glob of flesh. But when cells between the fingers deteriorate, that's when the fingers first form. When the cells which make up the body aren't needed anymore, it receives a signal to die. This signal is initiated by the mitochondria. When it is relayed, the genetic information in the nucleus is cut off and in essence dies." Clamp says, "The same can be said for aging. The mitochondria mutates 10 times faster than cells. Of course, this also applies to mutant forms of mitochondria as well. When too many mutant mitochondria multiply, energy production level decreases. The decrease in energy production is associated with the aging process. So, are you still stupid enough to say that we are the higher species?" Daniel says, "But you're not saying that the mitochondria is doing all this consciously, right?" Clamp says, "When I said that the mitochondria could mutate 10 times faster than normal cells, I also meant that they could evolve at a rate 10 times faster. Since the beginning of creation, the mitochondria has been evolving at this rate. It's no surprise if they possess a power beyond our cognition. No surprise at all." Clamp says, "Let me tell you something. There was a scientist who tried to determine the mutation rate of the mitochondria. With this, the scientist wanted to establish a connection with human ancestry. In 1987, it was announced that the root of all humans can be traced to a single woman in Africa. This finding was announced around the world. And with this, the mitochondrial theory spread like wildfire. You know what they call the root of it all? Mitochondria Eve. Splendid name, just incredible." Aya says, "Eve? The suspect in yesterday's case called herself Eve." Clamp says, "What?" Daniel says, "Hey, if you know anything, you better not be holding back on us." Clamp says, "She called herself Eve. Sorry, but I've told you what I know. I'd like to return to my studies now. I believe you know the way out." Daniel says, "Hey, you better explain what the hell is going on here." Aya says, "Daniel, forget it. Let's just go." Daniel says, "God damn it." Daniel says, what the hell is wrong with that guy? I can't stand him. Aya says, that man, I've seen him before, but I can't remember where. Daniel says, it's Daniel. What? Okay, we'll be right there. Daniel says, Aya, looks like we got a break in the case. Aya says, what? Daniel says, we gotta get back to the station, Aya. Hang on, I'm kicking this into turbo. New York City. Police Department, 17th Precinct. Goodness. Kathy says, the whole place is going nuts. I wonder what happened. Apparently no one's in there. Oh, there he is. Okie dokie. Daniel says, let's go, folks. Let's start the meeting. Baker says, Melissa's solo concert was scheduled for today. She had disappeared after last night's incident and the concert was cancelled. But people are still gathering at the stage. We must not let another massacre happen again. Baker says the concert is at the Central Park Amphitheater. Daniel says, Central Park? Aya says, what is it, Daniel? Daniel says, Ben and Lorraine, they're at that concert. Aya says, what? Baker says, Daniel. And Daniel says, screw you, Baker, my son's in danger. Baker says, Aya. Baker says, watch his back. Aya says, yes, sir. And we have received another modification permit. How delicious. Anyways, we're not gonna mess with that for right now. Daniel says, what the hell does Melissa, Eve, want from us? Aya says, well, it looks like she wants to gather people in one big area. Daniel says, damn, that thing's got my boy involved. She's gonna pay for this. Aya says, let's hurry. Daniel says, just hang in there, Ben. I'm coming for you. I'll stop the world and come on you. Oh yeah. Daniel screams Ben. Aya says, Daniel, stop. Daniel says, I gotta get to my boy, rookie. Daniel says, whoa. Aya says, sometimes you gotta look before you leap, old-timer. Daniel says, I don't care if I burn. Aya says, I'll go. Daniel says, Ben's my son. He's the only family I've got. Damn it, I can't do anything. Aya says, leave it to me. Daniel says, well, but... Aya says, I'll get them out safe, I promise. Besides, Ben needs you. You won't do him any good if you're dead. Daniel says, alright, I'm counting on you, Aya. Aya says, I know. Now give me your fucking money. Where's your fucking money? Mommy needs cash. Where's my fucking money, bitch? Alright, I can't handle how slow this is. We picked up a medicine. We killed all the snakos. They died from bullets, apparently. I hate fucking with the music, but actually I'm gonna turn this down a little because it's probably kind of annoying. Alrighty. Just another day at the Central Park Zoo, apparently. Oh look, a box filled with a P8. Alrighty. Ah, evil birds are coming after me. Let's just not take any of that crap. I just can't bring myself to collect 300 pieces of junk for those crazy items. Aya says Eve was here. How astute, my kind dear. I know you can move this table. There we go. You need a key. Well, where's the fucking key? We found an SP vest. Well, I guess I better remember that I need a key for that. Anyways. Youngsters. We have leveled up. We learned spells. Oh my. The free shit box. I love it. All my free shit dreams have come true. Let's go back. There's another box. A pox on your box filled with chicken pox. I want none of this, actually. Fuck it. Alright. We have picked up ammo plus 15. That motherfucker poisoned me. Does it automatically cure itself? Yeah, it looks like it does. Alrighty. Well, did I check everything over here? I don't think I went in this room. I need a key, apparently. Where the freak is this key? Where's my key, bitch? Getting attacked by all kinds of crazy shit. Anyways. What could be over here? Oh my god, it's a pile of trash. I learned heal number 2. I suppose it's more powerful than heal number 1. Okay. I mean, that's clearly a door, unless I'm drunk, which I know I'm not. You can't go in that door. That door is classified. Those snakes sure carried a lot of ammo. We got some more ammo. Oh my goodness. I think we have enough ammo. We got plenty. Look, it's a lion. I'm not lying. That's a lion. Anyways. I think that opens later, so I'm gonna ignore that for now. Is there nowhere else to go? That's locked. Mommy's gonna shoot you in the back tonight. Oh yeah. I did go in here already, didn't I? Where is this flapping key? Eve was here. Alright. I know I need a key for that. I must be missing something. Okay, so maybe I can go through this gate? You need a key. Fabulous. I think that's just like a circular dead end. Where in the flap is the supposed key? I'm gonna have to just look this up. Bear with me one sec here. Oh, it is in that fucking room. Okay. I was like, I could swear it was in there, but it's in one of these drawers. Oh, there we go. You dirty bastards. Anyways. Let's use some of these fucking items. Excellent. Oh boy. I forgot how much I hate inventory management. Okay, so we can't go in there probably, I guess. I think the only other place was that one up there. Ah, snakos. Aya says all of the animals have escaped. Oh my. There's nobody here. Eve says the holiday season brings joy to us all. And this Christmas will be the most special of all. Arg. Special because I will no longer be under the control of a host, as I have since the dawn of time. Humans are weak mitochondria, can self-evolve. Okay. Mitochondria must now take over the nucleus. Oh, that's gross. Oh my. That's a lot of goo. Aya says I have to get backstage and stop her. Well, everybody already melted, so... Aya says, why are you doing this? Eve says, you again, but you are too late. You will not ruin my plans as you did last night. Aya says, stop! You dirty bastard. You bloody wanker. Oh my. We found some ammo. Anything else? I guess not. Oh no, it's Mr. Polar Bear. We found some more ammo. How fabulous are we? How did I get over here? Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's go back over that way first. Since that little girl was going that way, probably makes sense to just follow her. Can always get those items later. Oh boy. This looks like fun. Found a fence, number 1. And we have leveled up. We learned barrier. And we're moving around, I guess. No, it's another bear. Oh boy, this place is bigger than I remember. Oh, there's an item in the middle there. Let's go get that. I think I went over there already. What's this way? Oh yeah, we've been over there too, I think. Whee! Why couldn't Eve have just melted all the snow with the hot goo so that I could just walk all over the place through the forest to make it easier? Oh my, look at all these trashy birds. I don't need none of that stuff. Rude. Really? Why'd that only hit for 22? Whatevs. I know nothing. Oh my, you can go up and around. No items over Meower. Okay. Yoink. Was there any items? No. Time for the gopher game. Yay, we killed it. We learned a new spell. We got some cool items. Excellent. Eve says your genes are stronger than I thought. Come, my dear, let's go for a ride. Ha ha ha. And then she lights the horse on fire. Must have taken a lot of hair gel to get her hair that way. Eve says, why be on the human side? Aya says, why not? I'm a human. Eve says, why are you going with them and not me? Aya says, what? Eve says, it seems you still don't know who I am. Well, if you don't know, your mitochondria will. That's why you were drawn to the opera. Aya says, what are you talking about? Eve says, here, let me explain directly. Aya says, stop it. Eve says, if we join forces, all the other mitochondria in the world will, and Aya says, stop. Goodbye, horsey. Daniel says, Aya, answer me. Ben says, Daddy. Daniel says, Ben, weren't you going to the concert? Ben says, I came here with Mom, but she was all weird. Daniel says, what do you mean, Ben? Ben says, I came with Mom so the three of us could be together. Daniel says, so that's why you came to get me. Ben says, Mom went to the stage, but she freaked out. Daniel says, what do you mean, Mom freaked out? Ben says, I got near the stage and started to feel sick. I wanted to go home. Mom wasn't herself, Dad. She left and everyone else went too. Daniel says, Lorraine. ... Baker says, casualties were much worse this time. We cannot put the lives of citizens in jeopardy any longer. We have orders to evacuate all citizens out of Manhattan. Fortunately, most people are out of the city for Christmas. Werner says, what do we do, sir? Baker says, we will stay and assist in neutralizing Eve. Nick says, shouldn't we leave it to the army? Baker says, we're the ones that are supposed to be protecting the city. Daniel says, any word from Aya? Aya, rather? Daniel says, damn it, where could she be? Baker says, Daniel, I need you to help evacuate the citizens. Daniel says, she's our only hope against this thing now. I'm gonna go look for her. Nick says, shouldn't we stop him, sir? Baker says, he's lost Lorraine. He'll find Aya. You two help with the evacuation. Ben says, Daddy. Daniel says, Ben, I'm sorry. I have to go find Aya. Ben says, where'd she go? Daniel says, I don't know, but she's the only one that can fight the thing that hurt your mommy. Kath, look after the kid, will ya? Kathy says, I will. Don't worry. Ben says, Daddy. Kathy says, come on, sport. You like dogs? I'll introduce you to the best police dog in town. Kathy says, can I show this boy the dog? The cop says, sure, let me open the fence. The cop says, hey, you got a visitor. Kathy says, this is Shiva. The cop says, hey, I think she likes you. Ben says, hey, that tickles. The cop says, how many times do I have to tell you? We blocked this off. You won't even find a car on this street. Cat, rather. The Japanese man says, I told you, I've already contacted the police about the matter. The cop says, what? The Japanese man says, I'm not getting anywhere with my English. The cop number B says, hey, are you Chinese? The Japanese man says, no, I'm Japanese. The cop says, Nanda, Nihonjin desu ka? And then the Japanese man says, oh yes, can you speak Japanese? Choto dake ne? Dare desu ka? He says, I am Kunihiko Maeda, Japanese. The cop says, hey, if you can't speak the language, go to your country. The cop says, ugh. The other cop says, calm down, take it easy, man, it's bad for your heart. He says, I'm getting hot, help. And then he starts on fire. Oh no. Melty cop. Maeda says, I guess it's now or never. Spontaneous human combustion. I believe that's correct. Oh my. Aya says where? Hospital? Maeda says, oh, you're finally awake. Aya says, who are you? Maeda says, I am Kunihiko Maeda. I'm a scientist from Japan. He found you. Aya says, Daniel. Daniel says, there's no one out there but cops. It's a ghost town. Never seen anything like it. Pretty creepy if you ask me. Aya says, where's Eve? What happened to the people in Central Park? Daniel says, Ben was okay, but the rest of the audience, well, they just disappeared. Maeda says, disappeared? You mean they weren't ignited? Aya says, they all melted into slime and became one big mass. Maeda says, that's something new. Nothing like that happened in Japan. Aya says, Japan? Maeda says, a similar incident occurred several years ago in Japan, although it wasn't as grandiose in scale as this one. Aya says, what? Daniel says, hey, give us the details. Maeda says, it all started when a scientist's wife was involved in a car accident. The scientist tried to culture her liver cells in order to keep her alive. The scientist named those cells Eve. Aya says, Eve? Maeda says, the liver cells multiplied and her mitochondria eventually took over her physical body. After acquiring the scientist's sperm, Eve tried to give birth to an ultimate being. Aya says, ultimate being? Maeda says she, the being who mutated from the liver cells, couldn't maintain her body for long. By the way, before the car accident occurred, the wife had registered to have her organs donated. Maeda says, so after the accident, her kidneys were transplanted into a young girl, and Eve implanted a fertilized egg in the young girl who gave birth to the ultimate being. I was extremely interested in this and went to his lab so that I could continue research. After hearing about this incident, I had to fly over here. Daniel says, what the hell is going on here? Maeda says, I wish I could explain more. Daniel says, Aya, are you okay? Aya says, yeah, I'm fine. Daniel says, I thought that monster had gotten a hold of you. Thought it was too late. Aya says, when I felt Eve, something inside of me felt like it was being... Maeda says, you felt like you were about to be ignited, correct? Daniel says, no, she's the only one that isn't affected. Maeda says, what? I don't understand. Aya says, I think I may be a monster like her. Daniel says, what are you saying, Aya? Aya says, I don't know. What if I end up killing you? Daniel says, aw, shut up. You know that's not. Aya says, please, Daniel, I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Please go away. Just stay away from me. Daniel says, Aya. Aya says, please. Maeda says, yes, I understand your point. Daniel says, hey, where do you think you're going? Aya says, even if I am a monster, I don't ever want to kill you, Daniel. Please. I could never forgive myself if I killed you. Daniel says, Aya, you're no monster. You're my best partner, Aya Brea. I'll always be by your side. Always. Except for in Parasite Eve 2. Aya trails off. And then she thinks, when I touched Eve, that feeling, was it Maya? But Maya died in the car crash with Mom. No, it just couldn't be. Day 3. Selection. Bonus points. Save progress? Yes. We picked up some ammo. Maida says, that was a long night. Did you sleep well? Aya says, you were here all night? I told you to go away. You could have died. Maida says, scientists can't believe anything without proof. It's just one of those things. And besides... Oh, nothing. Aya says, Daniel. Daniel says, no traffic. This is the way it ought to be around here. Aya says, Daniel. Daniel says, what are we sitting around for? We have work to do. Aya says, Daniel, thanks. Daniel says, alright, we're gonna need some bigger weapons. There's a gun shop over there. Let's stock up. Maida says, I believe there's a pharmacy over there. Oh, goodness. I must work soon. Oh, we don't need to go back in there. I think we break into the pharmacy. Aya says the door is broken. We got critical evade and a tool. And we got medicine too. I think there's some other stuff hidden in the aisles, but I don't know if I care too much. Let me check out the gun store. Actually, let me see if there's anything else in here. Let's see here. Anyways, yeah, let's just check out the gun store now. Aya says it's locked. Daniel says, out of the way, Aya. Aya says, Daniel, no. Daniel says, sorry, but it's the only way. Maida says, are you really a cop? Aya says, we think so, but we don't have scientific proof if that's what you're asking. No need to be so snarky. We found a tool. We found a range +1. We found an M11. Apparently my inventory is full. Let's get rid of this. We found the club number 2. We found some ammo. We found a G19. Let's get rid of something else. What do we not need? Too bad I can't discard that. I can probably get rid of the club number 1 though. And a CR vest. Maida says, this is just too much. Daniel says, go ahead and pick your favorite accessories. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. Oh, there's a box over there. Alrighty. I think this is a good place to stop because I need to do some inventory management stuff. I also want to run around in the Chrysler building and do a little bit of leveling up and all that kind of stuff. So this will be it for here, but I won't bypass any story stuff. So thanks for watching, and we will see you maybe later today. It depends on how tired I am after work.